Thought she might. The identical scores 9.812. Svetlana Chorkina of Russia. Two Russians in the women's vault final. Chetkova, we've just seen. What can Chorkina do?
Fantastic vault. She's the only gymnast in this competition we've seen do that vault. She does the round off, immediate half turn into the front summy half turn. So fast. Let's see where she turns on the beat board here. Very fast, and she's such a tall gymnast. Incredible strength to pull that over.
And she is a chance with a 9.825. Gaugian's two scores were 9.812. Now, what has Chorkina got to offer for a second vault?
Forward hard for that vault. Maybe a little far forward on the beat board, but pulled it around well. That was the same vault we've seen all the other girls do, the front something with a half turn. But the leg form wasn't quite as good as some of the other girls. You can see them coming apart there.
The ankles drifted apart just a little too early before the landing. Chorkina, second vault, 9.8, and she's just behind Gaugian, who was 9.812. Now, Lavinia Milosevic, a woman who can vault. Gold medalist from Barcelona. Second in Birmingham last year.
Certainly had a lot of power, but just a little too much, too hard for her to land. Opting for the half turn immediately from the horse to the front layout. Front layout always much more difficult to land. Turns early. Good position in the air, but again, that was a very large step. She really powered down onto that beat board. That's why we see such a long travel.
9.787. So she'll need 9.85 or so to get past Gaugian.
It's going to be a very tough one for her. The girls usually doing the most difficult and their best vault first.
Second vault, Milosevic.
Well, that had lots of height. Fantastic form in the air, but will it be enough?
Really needed to spot the landing, I think, to get the better of Gaugian and Chorkina. She may slide past Chorkina into second.
A lot of height. You can see how high she is above the horse there. Just having a little trouble on both landings of her vault.
Plenty of height and carry, but when they travel that far, it's hard to pull up the landing. Milosevic, third. Second vault, identical to her first, 9.787. Last competitor on the vault for the women, the all-around champion, Shannon Miller.
Well, it's an interesting call, doing the same vault as Milosevic just did. The layout, turning early into the front somersault. All girls having a little trouble completely sticking their landing. See the half turn, lots of height, but just a little too much power.
And 9.825.
Well, she's certainly been rewarded very well for that first vault. That was very, very difficult vault. Shannon's the only girl who will be doing this vault in the competition.
Well, the fact that she failed on it means that Gina Gaugian is going to get the gold medal here.
It's in fact the same vault without the round up onto the horse. She does the half turn and the front layout, which is what she did before.
And Miller, 9.262. She's well down the field, 9.543. So I think this is a pretty good start to the evening's competition for the Romanians. And here it is. Yes, Gojyan and Milosevic first and third. Chorkina gets the silver between them. Then Lysenko of the Ukraine, Piskun, Kochetkova, Miller and Podkapayeva.
Yes, it was a great final for the Romanians. And interestingly, you were saying, Nadi, that you'd just gone out and bought good luck charms for Gojyan and also Milosevic, and it certainly paid off for them.
Yeah, you're right. They did a good vault, and I think that Gojyan, the way that she did her vault, she deserved to win the medal. I think it's funny about her personality. I talked with the coach, and they said that she gives 5 words per week, so she's very quiet. She doesn't talk too much, but I believe she does a lot.
What about Milosevic? You say Gina is a very quiet girl. What's Lavinia like?
Lavinia is a pretty outspoken person, but she doesn't speak with people that she doesn't know.
Well, 1994, interestingly for trivia buffs, marks 60 years that women have been competing in international competition. Back in 1928 at the Olympic Games in Amsterdam, there was an experimental competition for women, but it wasn't until 1934 that the first world champion was named in the women's competition. That was Vlasta Dekanova. Anyway, Nadia, we've got some vision from our archives department. Let's take a look at some women gymnastics of the past. Well, those outfits, how absolutely delightful, Nadia. Times have certainly changed,
haven't they?
Definitely
changed, and I can see that the competition is outside. That's different than here. The beam is for sure uncovered, so it's a wood beam. That's on some really different vaults that I can see there. And actually, gymnastics was done by women in their 20s, I think, many years ago. The women had a chance to go a little more with their career. Now gymnastics is a very short career sport. The gymnasts start when they are young, and by 18, let's say 18, 19, they retire, because we call it old in gymnastics.
What about, just briefly, from the time that you got your gold medal and perfect 10 in 1976, even in the time from then till now, how much has changed in gymnastics?
Well, I think it changed. Now today just changes much as from my time to this time, that they changed from many years ago to my time. I think that there are a lot more difficult elements, different combinations. The equipment is different. The floor is a little springier than there was before. The beam is covered, so the gymnasts do unbelievable things that we used to warm up many years ago with that.
Well, as we said, Romania doing very well in the women's vault. They were also going to star in the men's pommel horse. Let's take a look at that final.
Zika, European champion on pommel in 1993.
Rex Stockley's on the one handle. These are very hard. The gymnast must make sure he keeps his shoulders straight over that handle. And certainly showing he's in control over that one handle. Doesn't have quite the amplitude of some of the gymnasts, but he definitely has the difficulty. He knows now he just has the dismount to go.
Excellent effort.